The first step for a person to become stronger is to enhance their accuracy regarding the world. It is no exaggeration to say that all the misfortunes and pains in ordinary people's lives almost stem from cognitive ambiguity. Musk once said, "I never believe there is such a thing as a lack of motivation in this world." The problem with motivation actually originates from a lack of precision. In the programming of our genes, we instinctively fear unclear things, leading us to avoid them unconsciously. In ancient times, when our ancestors saw grass moving but couldn't tell what was inside, they would have a strong psychological stress response, turning to run away to prevent a lion from jumping out at any time. Thus, avoiding uncertainty to survive was written into our genes. Whenever something is unclear in our cognition, its boundaries expand infinitely, and originally simple matters become difficult to solve in the ambiguous subconscious, forcing us to give up. In 1952, swimmer Florence prepared to become the first person to swim across the English Channel. However, her luck was not great that day. Halfway through, a thick fog suddenly appeared over the sea. Despite the constant encouragement and guidance from the staff on the lifeboat next to her, she gave up. Later, she recalled, "It was really terrifying. The fog made it impossible for me to see where I was going, and fear instantly took over my body." The unknown fog left Florence panicked, and she desperately wanted to end the challenge. After she boarded the ship, she realized she was only 1 mile away from the finish line. In reality, true difficulties are often much smaller than we imagine. The fundamental reason we procrastinate, hesitate, fear, and dread is often not that the task itself is difficult, but that it is unclear in our cognition, and we scare ourselves away. However, because the process of eliminating ambiguity is extremely energy-consuming, we instinctively avoid high-energy tasks. This is why many people prefer to stay in place and suffer rather than actively solve problems, as solving problems requires thinking, action, and confronting fears, while enduring pain requires only staying put. Subconsciously, this is a more certain comfort zone. Therefore, people would rather endure the current certain pain than choose to attempt actions with unknown results. However, painful events do not automatically disappear. Problems we avoided in the past will inevitably reappear in our lives in different forms. Thus, the only way to relieve pain is to face it, see it clearly, dismantle it, and resolve it, continuously improving its precision in our cognition. Our lives are essentially a competition to eliminate ambiguity. The more severe the ambiguity, the more chaotic and confused we become. The less ambiguity, the stronger and more awake we are. So how do we specifically eliminate ambiguity and create clarity? The first step is to eliminate the ambiguity of results. This requires expanding the amount of information in our cognition, first clearing the fog in front of us, knowing what actions will lead to what results. This can involve extensive reading and research, studying real-world cases, reading celebrity biographies, reading relevant books, and visiting industry experts. In short, improve the precision of your cognition of the path and final results of an event through others' experiences and outcomes, rather than standing still, daydreaming, or wasting time blindly trying and failing. Many problems you struggle with endlessly are actually just common sense to those who have been through it. The second step is to eliminate the ambiguity of the process, which involves identifying the key steps and framework from the information known in the previous step. Musk said, "If you want something to happen, you just need to gather all the elements for it to happen." Just like building a rocket, there are only 27 key steps. Any seemingly indestructible behemoth can be infinitely broken down into simple, feasible structures. From the determined results, deduce the key steps of your actions, then match them with your corresponding abilities and resources, and all elements will naturally lead to results. Act firmly with a calm mindset. Musk said, "When you are doing something important, start bit by bit, whether it's 30 points, 20 points, or even 10, just start doing it. Accept your imperfections, and tell yourself that even a poor result is better than standing still." In this world, most things are actually very simple. As long as you start doing them, you'll find everything is straightforward and easy to resolve. But if you never start, just thinking about it makes everything seem difficult and insurmountable. Once you start taking action, everything in front of you will become clearer and everything will become easier. As you continue, you will find that your life has completely changed and you have become a completely different person. The underlying logic of a person becoming stronger is to continually eliminate ambiguity in cognition, emotions, and actions. Eliminating ambiguity requires actively going against instinct. Therefore, this is inevitably a more challenging path. However, you need not be afraid. Just muster the courage to face it, because this world is just an enormous effort. As long as you bravely wield your sword, it will unfold slowly before you.